Jai Hind, ladies and gentlemen. Very warm greetings to each one of you. I am Air Commodore Vijender Singh Sivaj, an aviation and war veteran from Indian Air Force. I have more than 7,000 hours of accident incident free flying in Indian Air Force and civil aviation, including 1,500 hours of instructional flying experience in India and abroad. I have been awarded Ati Visit Seva Medal, Yudh Seva Medal, and Vayu Sena Medal by the President of India for exceptional service to the nation. I have been associated with initial and refresher ground training of pilots, cabin crew, and other personnel of the operators since 2007 and have conducted more than 7,000 trainings since then. Currently, I am the Director General, Aviation Safety Management Society of India. Aviation Safety Management Society of India is an all India registered not-for-profit society with the objective of the promotion of safety of entire spectrum of aviation activities in the country. Aviation Safety India is fortunate to have a large number of highly experienced, qualified, and knowledgeable aviation professionals of repute as its distinguished founder members. Aviation Safety India is deeply concerned about the safety of aviation operations in the country and is taking proactive steps to complement the efforts and initiatives of DGCA to maintain high standards of safe flying environments. For your kind information, ladies and gentlemen, Mission 2021 has been launched by Aviation Safety India for providing free SMS training to all the stakeholders in aviation by 31st December 21. Aviation Safety India has been working overtime in a proactive manner to enhance aviation safety standards in the aviation industry and has prepared a list of precautions to be taken during monsoon flying. The precautions are aimed to create awareness among various stakeholders about the hazards associated with monsoon season and steps which can be taken to prevent any occurrences due to adverse weather conditions. Now I shall present before you some of the precautions which should be taken during monsoon flying. During the past years, DGCA has taken many proactive steps to enhance safety and has issued a number of cards and circulars on adverse weather operations. It is essential that all the concerned aviation personnel are familiar with the DGCA rules, regulations pertaining to the conduct and safety of all weather operations. The DGCA cards and circulars are a good source of knowledge, guidance, and are aimed to help the pilots and operators to conduct monsoon operations in a safe and efficient manner. All the operators and pilots should go through the DGCA cards and circulars, make a summary of important points, and disseminate the contents among the pilots and prepare the pilots for safe and efficient conduct of monsoon operations. Flying during monsoons, particularly in northeastern states, Western Ghats, coastal and hilly areas, poses serious challenges to safety and demands special attention and alertness on the part of the operators and pilots. Early mornings and afternoons are more likely to have thunderstorms. Pilots should keep this aspect in mind while planning the flights. Normally, adverse weather phase of thunderstorms lasts around 30 minutes to 1 hour. However, in the case of regenerating thunderstorms, it may continue for hours or days. Pilots must exercise special caution since monsoon weather can be quite unpredictable and dangerous, particularly in the areas of hilly terrain and offshore. The pilot should be knowledgeable about thunderstorms, their movement, hail formation, lightning, wind shear, and turbulence. It is essential for the pilots to have updated knowledge of NOTAMs, weather radar, its use, capabilities, and limitations, dangerous weather shapes, attenuation, black hole effect, and course changes required to avoid the weather. Good knowledge of the terrain, minimum en route altitude, minimum safe altitude, minimum off route altitude, natural and man-made obstructions en route, on takeoff, approach paths, and around airports and helipads is essential for maintaining good situational awareness. The pilot should be current in hands-on flying, instrument flying, and simulator flying. They should know the limitations of their aircraft, oblique helicopter, and most importantly, their own limitations. Pilots must plan the flight meticulously, keeping in mind the prevailing weather conditions, forecast, and availability of diversity airfields, oblique helipads. Pilots must remember that fuel is life. Fuel planning had to be very accurate and as per the DGCA regulations on the subject. It is recommended to plan for extra fuel during monsoons to cater for contingencies. Before flight, pilots should conduct thorough pre-flight briefing covering various hazards related to monsoon flying with particular emphasis on spatial disorientation, loss of situational awareness, and controlled flight into terrain. During flight, pilots should use the weather radar intelligently in conjunction with weather reports and forecasts to detect, analyze, and avoid significant weather. While flying, if the pilots are likely to enter clouds or poor visibility conditions, they must transfer their attention to instruments before entering clouds or poor visibility conditions to avoid the risk of spatial disorientation. It is better to keep the autopilot engaged in poor visibility conditions unless it is not available or not able to ride the turbulence. Pilots must remember that the autopilot does not get disorientated, but the pilots can get disorientated. Pilots must have good crew resource management in the cockpit. They must conduct descent and approach briefing, including assessment of the risk factors. Most of the accidents occur during approach and landing phase, especially in bad weather. Approaches, particularly during night in bad weather, can be very challenging. Pilots should ensure stabilized approach by 1000 feet in IMC conditions and 500 feet in VMC conditions. And they should never hesitate to go round or divert if the situation demands. As far as possible, pilots must carry out precision approach if available. Otherwise, continue descent final approach in case of non-precision approach as per SOP. Chances of accidents in non-precision approaches are 5 times more than during precision approaches. Since most of the accidents occur during approach, pilots must be very careful about horizontal and vertical situational awareness. It is advisable to take the decision to go around or divert in time before it is too late. DGCA, ATC, and operator need no explanation for the decision of the pilots to go around oblique divert for reasons of safety. Wind shear is a dangerous weather phenomenon. Pilots must be very watchful about the presence of wind shear and carry out missed approach as per SOP and in time if required. Hydroplaning oblique aquaplaning is another serious hazard during monsoons. Pilots should remember the correct landing techniques on wet and contaminated runways, crosswind landing techniques, direction control, and use of brakes, reverse thrust, and spoilers. Pilots should not hesitate to divert if landing conditions are not favorable, that is, badly contaminated runway, tailwinds, strong crosswinds, short runway length, heavily loaded aircraft, and higher elevation oblique density altitude. Importance of correct altimeter setting must be clearly understood by the pilots. Cross-check of altimeters between captain and co-pilot is important. Altitude oblique height callouts and correlation of the altitude oblique height with radio altimeter and standby altimeter must be carried out by the pilots. Most of the flying by helicopters is undertaken at low altitudes and under VFR conditions. Pilots must ensure that flying is undertaken with positive ground contact. While flying at low levels, the risk of collision with drones, birds, terrain, and man-made obstructions is quite high. Pilots must have good airmanship and ensure sharp lookout for the above-mentioned hazards. If the pilots are unable to maintain safe height due weather, they should not hesitate to divert, return to base, or land at a suitable place rather than continue at low heights in poor visibility conditions. Air Safety Circular 09 of 2013 covers precautionary landing by helicopters due weather. Pilots should not press on regardless of adverse weather, even if they are highly experienced. They should never be overconfident, should respect the weather, and must apply their knowledge intelligently to avoid the weather. Lack of knowledge about the avionics and over reliance on them should be avoided. EDPWS/TAWS warnings should never be ignored by the pilots. Pilots should remember the golden rule in aviation, that is, aviate, navigate, and communicate. It is to be kept in mind by the pilots that under any emergency or critical flight conditions, the first priority of the pilots is to ensure that the aircraft/helicopter is under their control. It is to be ensured that one of the pilot is flying oblique monitoring the aircraft/helicopter throughout the flight. Accidents happen when both the pilots are busy doing something else and no one is flying or monitoring, particularly in bad weather and critical phases of the flight. Number of pilots have lost their lives while taking chances with weather. Pilots should not get pressurized due to any reason to undertake the flight if in their assessment the safety of the flight is likely to be compromised. The pilots should not hesitate to say no regardless of pressure. Pressures are occupational hazards for the pilots. The pilots must learn to handle and tackle pressures, and they should avoid succumbing to pressures. The tendency of the pilots to show off, display false sense of pride, ego, macho attitude, casual approach, and eagerness to please must be curbed. Effective teamwork and synergy in the cockpit are of paramount importance for the safe and efficient conduct of the flight. Cockpit/authority gradient related issues should be understood and addressed by the captain to ensure better understanding, coordination, and cooperation between the crew. It is essential for the captain to maintain open atmosphere in the cockpit so as to enable the co-pilot to give inputs and even correct the captain if required without any fear, apprehension, or reservation. The captain should respect their crew members, treat them with dignity, encourage and make them feel important part of the flight. A mature, responsible, and professional captain would always listen to the crew members, educate, groom, and motivate them. The captain should also avoid being bossy. The co-pilots should be knowledgeable, situationally aware, alert, vigilant, fully involved in the progress of the flight, and must assist the captains in conducting the flight in safe and efficient manner, particularly in adverse weather conditions. The co-pilots should keep in mind that in spite of the experience and seniority levels, the captain can make mistakes, get disorientated, lose situational awareness, and finally control of the aircraft oblique helicopter. Hence, it is essential for the co-pilots to be alert, situationally aware, and be in a position to caution the pilot in time if required. Bird hazards increase during monsoon months due to water accumulation and vegetation growth. After vegetation clearance, plenty of insects and reptiles get exposed, which attract birds and increase bird hazard. Pilots should know the SOP in the event of bird strike, and they should lay adequate emphasis on bird hazards during pre-flight, takeoff, descent, and approach briefing. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I must reiterate that flying during monsoon season is quite challenging and poses number of hazards to safety of aviation operations. Most of the weather-related accidents have occurred during monsoon months. The operators should be fully involved in the conduct of the operations, provide quality flying and ground training, full operational support and guidance to the pilots, and prepare them to face the challenges of monsoon oblique adverse weather flying in a professional and competent manner. Emphasis should be laid on the knowledge, skill level, competency, recency in flying, hands-on flying, instrument flying, and simulator flying. Good planning, preparation, briefing, knowledge, crew resource management, situational awareness, stabilized approaches, trusting and cross-referring the instruments, strict adherence to SOPs, checklists, timely and good decision making, and avoiding shortcuts are key to safety. Pilots must have good knowledge of METARs, ATIS, and interpret them intelligently. It is a well-known fact that weather is the biggest enemy of the pilots. Therefore, it is important for the pilots to know as much as possible about their enemy, which is the weather. Overconfidence, complacency, show off, macho attitude, pressure, stress, fatigue, and casual approach have been responsible for a number of accidents worldwide. Full involvement of the operators, air traffic control officers, and officials from Met Department is of paramount importance to ensure accident-free flying during adverse weather conditions. Operators, air traffic control officers, and officials from Met Department should be proactive, alert, vigilant, situationally aware, and should provide timely assistance, accurate and timely weather information, and runway condition to the pilots. Flight following, close monitoring of the flights and weather developments should be ensured by the concerned personnel of the operators. Dedicated involvement of the CEO, accountable executive, chief of flight safety, chief pilot, and operations staff is of paramount importance and can go a long way in enhancing flight safety. Before concluding this presentation, I wish to take this opportunity to appeal to all the aviation professionals to join hands to ensure that no flight safety related occurrences take place during this monsoon season. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for sparing your valuable time to watch this video presentation on a very important subject. We look forward to your kind feedback, comments and suggestions to improve the contents and standards of the presentation. Your professional involvement and contribution can be instrumental toward promotion of safety in the country. We will soon be back with you with another safety related and interesting video. You are welcome to contact us at aviationsafetyindia@gmail.com. Many happy landings. Jai Hind.